What's up, everybody? So before we get started, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Je Pleure, who actually is sponsoring this episode of Escaping Normality. They have the quality of clothes is so nice. Trust me. They sent me a hoodie not too long ago. Here it is, right here. Looks really cool. It's super soft, nice quality. They have a bunch of items on their website, so I would say definitely go check it out. Peace. Hello, everybody, and welcome to what episode are we on? I think episode 13 of Escaping Normality. It's been a big hiatus. I think like 6 or 5 months or something like that. But we're finally back, and we're back with, of course, the old man YOLO, and
Hi.
and we're here with Fashion Roadman. Say what's up.
Yo, what's
Uh,
up?
all right. So honestly, I was thinking about making this episode because I saw like just the worst fashion account I've ever seen in my life. And before let me get started, let me just explain that just because I don't fuck with an account doesn't mean it's wrong or anything. And whatever I say should be taken with a grain of salt. Obviously, like I don't hate the dude. I don't know who he is. Whatever. But you'll see when we get there. But what I would just want to talk about in general is Instagram fashion. And I watched one of your videos, AO, when you were talking about like the rise of a high-end fashion hype beast. I think was the
Yeah,
title.
yeah,
Where for some reason, because people are not wearing Supreme and Bape, like because they're not wearing streetwear, gives them an automatic pass when they don't have to, they can't be called a hype beast for some reason. Like that's how they feel in their head. They're like, okay, I'm wearing Balenciaga and Gucci, I'm not a hype beast. What, like, go over some points you were making in that video.
yeah. So essentially, to me, being a hype beast is just wearing things not because you like it, but to seek approval from others. So if that's the reason why you wear clothing, it doesn't matter if you're wearing Gucci or Supreme or whatever or Balenciaga. Either way, you're still a hype beast.
Right. Yellow, do you see a lot of that in high fashion talk where you see just like like outfits where they're just decked out in the most branding you can see?
To be honest, we like decline those posts.
Mm-hmm.
So some people try to do it, but like recently it's been much better. Actually, like people actually realized how tacky it is.
Right. Right, because I even follow a couple people, not too many because I get sick of it, but I follow a couple people that have just the most amount of like I said, branding, and for some reason nobody's like it's they're getting a pass because it's not the typical like hype beast, you know what I mean, where it's like Supreme and maybe like Gucci shoes or something like that
Mm.
dude. You know who's that famous dude that is over there in London? You know who I'm talking about.
We have many. Ari Petru
That's the
or
guy.
who
That's
is
the
it?
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ari Petra. Yeah, there's a video of him like getting harassed by some dude and he kicked his bag or whatever. But that's for another fucking story. Yeah, a lot of these people get a pass because they're not doing that. For some reason, I don't get it. And um, and just the state of Instagram fashion is very bizarre because there's a lot of I'm not gonna name names because one of my friends actually owns them. There's a lot of Instagram pages, fashion pages, quote unquote, that are just posting the most random stuff. And you guys saw it before, right? You guys saw
Mm.
the content. I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna show it because, like I said, I'm friends with one of them. But it's just like the most bizarre thing you ever seen in your life. It's just tailoring to like I don't know what to call it exactly, but they're just tailoring it towards people just for likes. That's what I'm trying to say. They're just trying to get likes.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So the main thing I was gonna go for this video was one specific person's account, and so I don't know this guy. I've never seen this guy except outside of Instagram, and I'm just gonna say like he might be cool in person. I might even get along with him. We might be good friends, but just what he has on here is the worst thing I've ever seen on Instagram. I'm not even joking. I'm not even exaggerating. It's the worst thing. So I'm just gonna show you guys one picture, and you guys can, and you guys can give your example on that one picture. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Just look at this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I,
What's on the phone?
it
Like,
says, oh, you
Yeah.
might not be able to say. It says X, like X,
uh,
your X.
Oh god, that is so corny.
And I have no words. You know what I mean? It's just like, what is this?
I feel like they're just trying to trigger people or something. I don't know. Is that relatable? Like, really?
You know, I think it is for. Again, I'm not trying to talk down to anyone, but I think it's relatable for younger kids who are like oh, the whole like, oh, fuck exes thing. You know what I mean? That was kind
Yeah.
of a big thing when I was younger, where it was like, oh yeah, fuck your ex, whatever. Like, I think it's for younger kids, but I don't get it. He's a grown man. It looks like maybe he looks older than he is, but you know what I mean. It's just really really bizarre stuff, and it gets worse than this. Let's just go through. Like, okay, another thing I've seen is like quirky, like people trying to be quirky, like, oh, look at me, I'm doing like artsy stuff, it's unique. And even one of my friends does it, and it's just like, ugh. Like, I'm gonna show you one of these posts, it's just like what?
Bruh.
Oh
Why?
my gosh, why?
Would you guys ever do a post like this?
Hell no.
Nah.
Yo, what if you saw this in High Fashion Talk?
Bro.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna post this. It just gets, it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre.
Oh my god.
See what I mean about like the actual,
Like,
the cringe?
begging for likes.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
I can't
Yeah, his account looks like a cry for likes, to be honest.
Some people, I don't know. Some people were like, I was looking through the comments before, and some people were like, oh my god, this is so like artsy or some shit like that. I can't remember what they said, but like, this is amazing or some shit. And I'm just like, ah, dude. Oh,
How
I
is this
hate it.
getting 30,000 likes as well?
I know. How did this many people think this is cool? Except for my friend. Like, I just don't get it. I didn't see this one. I have not seen this one. How are you so lit 24/7?
Oh my god. What? It's just that, like, I don't know. These people would, like, if you did this when you were, like, in school or something, you'd get roasted.
Right? That's what I'm
And
saying.
But, like, on Instagram, you can just block them, or, like, that people won't bother going to your account or won't bother, like, starting beef if you, like, if they want to, like, criticize you. So it's like people don't get, like, also there's this whole thing of, like, chasing that bag and kind of like he's still getting money, so
Right.
it's okay. I'm like, it's not really okay, is it though?
Yeah, I mean, where do you get the when do people lose their integrity? You know what I mean? When do you decide that I don't want to like I said it before, this guy might be cool, whatever, but if you're doing stuff like this, you cannot. I'm sorry, but there's nothing you cannot do this.
Oh, I saw that guy, the one pissing on
Which one?
Gucci.
Yeah, this one went
That's
like
where he
Oh,
super,
you've
super.
got to be kidding me.
This one went like really viral. I think like I saw
Yeah.
this one a ton.
So
Check the
that's
tag.
probably what it is. He's just really trying hard to be viral and stay
Right.
relevant. So he
Yeah.
needs to outdo himself every picture.
So
Check the tags on that.
the tags. Okay, let me see. Core fashion, fuck street hype, streetwear's revenge, cozy streetwear, unkind revenge, da da da. You know those cozy most.
I think he tagged like or somebody posted it and tagged HFG outfits, and I think I untagged actually.
Oh really?
Cringe. I was like, nah, this is not showing up on my like tag posts shit.
So the big point I'm trying to make with all this, not this guy, the guy specifically, but like when is the point that you lose your integrity just for like likes and comments and money and by extension? Because you know what I mean. If you have I would like to think our content is obviously there's two sides to the coin, but I would like to say that our content in general, everything we produce seems to be of better quality in comparison, and not only just in better, maybe not even in better quality, but just in better taste. So if you're watching Ayo's YouTube channel, you're not gonna get screaming and yelling, and you're not gonna get, you know what I mean, you're not gonna get a bunch of clickbaity titles or anything.
Yeah.
And if you go to High Fashion Talk, you're going to get substance. You're not going to get a bunch of branding in your face and whatnot. Like, because there's so many accounts, like, I don't know if there's any accounts as bad as this one, if I'm gonna be honest, but there are so many accounts where you just come across guys like this, where they're just doing the absolute most, to get the likes. There's one of them
You know
that
what
is
triggers me though is that
Go on.
like you'll get roasted for wearing like the CDG like Converse, but you won't get roasted for doing something like bait like this. Like
right. Yeah,
so weird. Like
it's
some stuff, and it's all just kind of like what people have like accepted and stuff. Like that they like think that because there's so many likes and there's nobody actually saying this is not cool, they just assume it's cool.
right.
It's like fucked up.
Hey, yo, how do you keep, like, let's just go for example, like for you.
Yeah.
I would say your YouTube channel is pretty good. It's pretty popping, you know what I mean? You got a little subscriber count, but
Yeah.
what is like the most important for you when it comes to like keeping your integrity, like so that you're not just trying to follow trends to get likes. Like, what is the most important thing when it comes to you making your YouTube videos?
For me, I think it's my end goal. So
Mhm.
ultimately, I still want to go back to school and study fashion design.
Right.
So I feel like I won't be taken seriously if I kind of put myself in a position where I'm that guy who makes clickbait stuff and like I don't have any perspective or anything.
Right.
Because like the videos I make will live on, and people, let's say I have a brand, they're gonna go back and go through my videos. So I can't really afford to be gimmicky type of thing.
Right. Right. It's all like it's all substance, so to speak. It's not
Yeah.
right. There's nothing gimmicky about it.
Mm.
Okay, there's one post here that my friend put in the group chat, and let me see where it is. It's got to be here somewhere. Is it not here? Oh,
Jesus.
Oh my word.
this is where I just put an edit on the screen where it says, "My gosh, dude, you are so creative." Period. Oh my god. Period. Speechless. I have no words for this one.
Yeah.
This was just.
Yeah. At this point, it's clear he's just trying to outdo himself with every picture. Just
Yeah.
trying to go viral by all means necessary.
I think this one was this one out doing it the most. I mean, he's hanging himself with an off-white belt. He's hanging himself with an off-white belt. You
It's
just
like
yeah.
this is like prevalent in pop culture and stuff though. Like this is the kind of thing that XXX Tentacion like is like the deep creative shit that isn't really that deep. Like
You might want to. Today is the first 1 year anniversary in his death. Rest in peace to him.
But
Uh,
yeah.
I'm not gonna,
RIPX.
yeah, RIP. I'm not gonna upload this today, so you might be safe from hate comments, YOLO. But still,
But like it's the same sort of it's come from there. Like it's not like just an Instagram thing. It's something to do with like the whole pop culture we're in at the moment where it's not filtered and it's like all sort of determined by how many views you get, how many like SoundCloud plays and stuff you get.
nah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I feel there's so many like fake deep things. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's so obnoxious, and these people think they're so much better. Like that's a J. Cole fan to me, where they're just like they think because they listen to J. Cole, they're somehow smarter than you or are like on a higher plane of existence than you. That's how every talk with a J. Cole fan goes. Where I'm like, oh, like it's true, bro. I'm not even joking. I'm like, oh, I listen, like I like. Well, no. I was whatever his latest album that came out, I was like, yeah, I don't really like it. It's kind of like shit or whatever. And they were
Got
like,
KOD.
we can just check right now. O's latest album. Yeah, KOD. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. It's kind of boring, and I just don't like it like at all. And I remember this dude was like, oh, what do you listen to? Probably like Playboy Cardi or something like that. I'm like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck? What do you mean? You probably listen to, like he's trying to make it seem like it's a bad thing. But I guess that's a little bit of a deterrent about what we're talking about. But nevertheless, the point is like being like this fake deep person where they think they know more than you, or they think they're smarter than you in some capacity.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So this is the other thing I wanted to talk about. Didn't you guys? You guys had like it was London Fashion Week a
Yeah.
little while ago, right? How was that? What's going on with that? How did that How did that happen?
Yellow, do you want to talk about what you did?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I mean, I was sick through most of it.
If you need me to bring up some pictures, just go on. I'll bring up some pictures. But yeah, how was that?
Yeah, I
No,
was like, for the first 2 days, I didn't even turn up because I was just sick in bed. But I was like, pretty much like controlling what was going on through like group chat and shit.
Controlling behind the strings with you fucking Illuminati?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
backseat driver.
Yeah. But what did you have anything to do, or like after you got sick, of course? I mean, after you got sick, after you were done being sick, rather.
Yeah, I came in on like the last day. Went to like A Cold Wall and what was the other one? Pariah Farzena.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was okay. It was good.
It was good. Okay. Hey, how was your London Fashion Week, man?
It was cool. Some of the people weren't cool, but collections were alright.
Some of the people weren't cool.
Yeah,
Shots
no, it's not even shots. So, I've been to Paris Fashion Week
Yeah.
like 3 times. But the person I normally go with, he kind of knows a lot of people, so I didn't realize that was the reason why I didn't have a bad experience because
Right.
because everyone knew him. So then I kind of had that introduction. Whereas in London Fashion Week,
Mm.
let's say I liked someone's work or something, I'd go and tell them like, "Oh, I really
Mm.
like your work, what you're doing, blah blah blah." And the way people were reacting was so hostile. It was just like,
Whoa.
what is wrong with these people? Like, do
Really?
they think they're on top of the world?
Yeah, I guess so. Really,
Jesus.
they were hostile to you? What do you mean?
Yeah, just acting weird. Some people just flat out ignored me, so I was like, oh, okay, okay.
What? Were you like, oh, I like your fit, and they were just like, whatever, nigga.
Yeah, so I'll go up to people and be like, yo, I really like your outfit, and then they just look at me like with disgust, and it's like, okay.
Rude ass people coming from. I quite liked
Yeah.
New York Fashion Week, although that was a while ago now. That was February. It was so fucking cold, bro. I remember this one fit I was wearing was so fucking layered. This fit right here, I was freezing in this picture. I was fucking freezing in this picture. You have no idea. Look at the snow on the ground. It was so cold that okay, yeah, I had like a jacket on. It was so fucking cold. It couldn't have been like it was enjoyable, don't get me wrong. It was cool, but it was just so fucking brick that it was obnoxious to get around. Because what are we gonna do? Uber everywhere and spend all the fucking money I have? And a lot of a weird thing that was happening with this fashion week specifically is that people were like there was like just there were just mobs. I don't think if it was weird, but like there were just mobs of people in the street. It was fun. I mean, I can't I was with a mob of people too, but it was just funny to see like you're walking down I don't know if you guys know what like Bleecker Street is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. You're walking down Bleecker Street and you just see like fucking 30. You just see like 3 groups of like 20 niggas deep, like all fucking dressed up and shit, all complimenting each other on the outfits. I only went to like a couple events I think, and they were pretty cool. Mostly like with an older crowd, but whatever.
Mm.
I'm trying to go out to more fashion weeks, like London Fashion Week. That'd be cool. See some people out there. A lot of New York fashion is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. I mean, it is. A lot of people out here just don't know how to dress well. I mean, well, let's say not dress well. A lot of them dress more like the traditional hype beasts.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that happens a lot. There's a lot of traditional hype beasts out here where it's like the supreme type thing.
See, like those people don't really go to Fashion Week in
Yeah.
London.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. They don't go over there, but for over here, it's it's more acceptable to do so because there's a lot of streetwear type stores around in the city. Like in Soho, there's a lot of like regular streetwear stores around. So even if you're not in the like high fashion talk, you could find somewhere to go, find something to do. Like opening ceremony has like regular shoes in there, for example, but for the most part, their selection is not for somebody who's going to be rocking Supreme and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I
wait,
don't know, why do we not get those type of people at London Fashion Week though?
I don't know. I think a lot of like the past of Fashion Week has been like until recently that like there's not been that much streetwear and stuff, and it's not that commercial. And I guess it doesn't like attract people as much.
Yeah.
I feel like you know what? It's probably just numbers as well. There's way more people here that are there's more people in New York City than there are in London, just for one. So that automatically you might automatically see more people that are in like Supreme and stuff. And B, a lot of the people I feel like more people here are into that look more than over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I feel like
could be completely wrong, but I think more people there are in Europe in general. I think are more appreciative uh, of actual fashion.
I think maybe also like American brands would be more like commercially minded, just because of the culture there, and like they'd know that if they invited like a hype beast that's got loads of followers and stuff,
Right,
they'd still get like the views and the attention that they want. I
right,
think
right, right.
like maybe in London there's still a bit of like snobbery in a way, against it.
I feel like just in general though, like there's I feel like the fashion gets better the more in different countries the more smaller brands there are. So like I think for in my opinion, South Korea has the best fashion out of anywhere else, and I think that's also I think that's because there's so many little brands out there like that are just from there that even I follow. Like I follow a ton of them. There's a bunch of them, and so you have more of a selection to choose from if you're I think at least if you're into fashion. I think the same applies to over there. I feel like there are more people that are trying to start little brands that have something unique. Like what's that one brand that you did photography for, Yolo, with the PVC bag?
Honja.
Yeah, like just for that, for example,
Mm.
a lot of the brands, like a lot of people who are starting brands out here, no offense to them, but they're like just hoodies and stuff. Like it's just like it's
I knew
true.
you were gonna say that.
Yeah, it's like I feel bad because these people are like, oh, look at my shit. I'm like, all right, yeah, what is it? And it's just like a hoodie with like it's just like a hoodie with like whatever on it. I'm like, bro, this is cool and all, but what what am I gonna do with this? A
Yeah.
hoodie, really, man? You can't come up with something a little bit more creative than a fucking hoodie and a t-shirt.
I guess that's what London was kind of like a few years ago, or like a couple of years ago,
It's still like that
and
here now. You
it's
know what I mean?
like evolved. I guess.
Not
I don't
here.
know.
It's still the same.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe people talk and sort of the criticism actually gets through in London, where maybe again it's like the commercial aspect. You're always going to
Right.
sell all t-shirts and hoodies anyway, and they're like cheap to make, and so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, dude, South Korea has the best. They have the best shit. They really do because it's
What
so.
brands are you looking at then from
Oh,
South Korea?
oh goodness! Why you put me on the spot like that? Why you do that like that? I don't know. I don't know the names. There's like a bunch of weird names and stuff.
Yeah.
I could just scroll through, but you know what I mean. Like, a lot of the guys from out there. I don't know if this guy's from South Korea. I'm just taking a wild guess. Just like kind of like this. I don't.
Oh, the way they dress and like their aesthetic and stuff.
Yeah, in my opinion, out of all the countries and whatnot, they're probably the best. At least I
So is
believe
that
so.
in terms of brands or the way they dress?
I'm gonna have to go with brands. I don't think you can look at I don't think you can go off based just by people
Yeah.
because you can find a lot of dope people everywhere. I feel like the concentration of people who dress better are across the seas from me, over there in Europe and Asia. But
Yeah.
I think in general, just their smaller brands to me are just more creative in general than anywhere else. So whereas over here you have, let's say you're just getting into streetwear and you see Supreme, you have like Supreme, you have like Bape, you have like whatever else, Stussy, whatever. You're probably gonna be less reluctant to get from a smaller brand because they're just hoodies and t-shirts, like the regular stuff. So you're in your head, you're thinking like, okay, why am I gonna buy their hoodies, like their regular ass hoodies? I can make my own hoodie. I might as well get from a brand that's doing at least something unique. You know what I mean? They're doing something unique. But over there are so many brands I feel like that are doing something different or unique or cool or just anything, anything that's more than just regular shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I do follow like some of the brands there, like Kanghyuk. I'm not sure if you've heard of that.
Say again?
It's Kanghyuk. It's like Kang, and then I don't know how to spell it from there.
No, I haven't. But there's also this one like crazy cheap like just like cool brand called I can't think
Is
of.
it Hi-Fi Funk or
Yes,
something like that?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, exactly. Hi-Fi FNK or whatever the hell it
yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah.
That one's like super cheap, but it's like a bunch of like regular like cool stuff. And
The stuff
it's
is quite high quality. Yeah,
really, is it?
yeah, it is.
I wouldn't even know. It's like $500 to ship over here. It's
Yeah,
so ridiculously expensive, and that's also deterrent from like people over here who are starting to get into their style or whatever. If they want to do something new, if they want to try something unique from other people, they have to spend all this extra money just to get it over here. Nah, why would I do that? I'm just gonna wait for the Supreme drop and get this T-shirt right here or whatever. You know what I mean? Oh man, but
I think they actually like there's still like factories that produce clothes a lot in Korea as well, which kind of like makes it easier if you're like in the same country as the factory. You can discuss exactly what you want and kind of you might know the factory so you don't get like screwed over by like
there's more factories that produce clothes over there. You think?
yeah, there's loads of clothing production in South Korea.
yeah.
But
Like I
just
literally like when I was there, I went to there's like this it's like a market, but like there's like 4 floors and it's all like stalls like along these like corridors.
right when you were in South Korea, when did you go?
God, it's like 5 years ago now, I think.
And for what?
It was just like a holiday. My like friend from university like is from there and lives there,
Oh,
so I
okay.
kind of went to see her,
Right. Oh,
and I wanted to go anywhere.
Oof.
ooh, you went to see her, huh?
Anyway, yeah, this like market was like full of like interesting kind of blanks, or
Uh-huh.
not even blanks. They were like just interesting clothes, and they were
Right.
all like made there. Apparently, they're famous for making, you know, like embroidered badges.
Mm-hmm.
They're like famous for that. But like they make them for the whole world.
I feel like, but I just feel like based on numbers and just like sheer number of people, wouldn't you think that it would be like over here, maybe, maybe over there, and like you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, they're much that like you might be right, but I feel like just based on numbers exclusively, you would think there'd be more factories over here producing clothes.
I don't know. Americans are too rich to like actually like work in factories and stuff. Though.
Yeah.
Especially in New York.
That's true.
Like maybe like Middle America or something. Like yeah, but
Yeah, dude, you try to tell someone in New York to go work at a factory, be like, nigga, what?
yeah,
No
it's
fucking
like.
factory.
But like in South Korea, like the labor costs are so cheap. People work really hard there as well. It's like
Right.
in their culture to work like 24/7.
Like, look at this.
Like there's one shop there. It's like a department store, and they open at 7 a.m. And they stay open until 6 a.m. And there's like an hour when they close and clean the shop,
What?
and then they open again.
Excuse me?
And
An
it's like-
hour. Damn.
Yeah. And that it's like a department store. They sell like clothes, they sell like beauty products, all that, like a Selfridges type thing.
Dude, that's insane. It probably
yeah.
takes them more than an hour to it probably takes
Yeah,
them more
but
than an hour to clean it because they're working that for
but
such
they
a long
like
amount of time.
they're really like culturally really clean and kind of tidy, so they like keep cleaning it throughout the day, like discreetly. But yeah, it's crazy. But the reason being is that people work until like midnight. Then the only time they get to actually shop is between like midnight and 6 a.m. And then they're back in work like
Right.
later on the morning after.
That's ridiculous. Could you?
Damn.
That's what kind of life is that? You know what I mean? That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's.
it's just like their culture. It's weird.
I mean, it's easy. It's easy, like for us to say, like, oh, like why don't we just like start? Like, why don't you just do something? But that's like insane. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah.
I feel like Japan also has really cool brands and stuff. For somebody told me, I don't know if this is entirely accurate. Somebody out in Japan told me that there are lots of, I think either in Tokyo or somewhere, they told me that there's a lot of little stores that have their own clothes. You know what I mean? Like just a bunch of little
Yeah.
stores that have their own stuff, which
Oh yeah,
sound,
for sure.
which you know what I mean? Which sounds like oh whatever. But if you go to New York, there's not a lot of places like that. Like, I'm trying to think off top in Soho, how many places are just like I honestly can't think of any off top. Like, there's no just like regular stores there where you can just go there and just like, oh, this is something new. I've never seen this before. This is just a random brand.
Yeah,
Actually,
no.
there's this one jewelry store that I know that they do their own shit there, but that's about
Mm.
it. I don't know about clothes and stuff. Like, there's just one fucking store like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the sort of economies of scale, like it's not worth for the rent you're paying in New York. It's not
Yeah.
worth making your own clothes. It's not worth your time. You have to be able to make them cheap in order to have the margins to be able
Right.
to pay the rent. Whereas like in Japan and in Seoul, like the rent is cheaper. You can afford to just be sort of hanging around making your own clothes and selling it there or whatever.
The
It's like it doesn't like rip so much out of your money basically.
the rent in my town alone, and I don't live in the city. This is like some people think I live in the city. I don't live in the city. I live in a county that's really close to the city. It's called Westchester. In my city alone, like it would cost there's so much money to have your own place. You don't
Hmm.
see, um, you barely see anything unique over here, and
Mm.
sometimes the times that you do, they're out of business like that. It's dumb quick. It's just like all right, whatever. You had your time now. It's time to go along. And a lot of
Hmm.
the places in the city have been there for dump like a long time, or either
Yeah.
they've been there for a long time and they're receiving a lot of help because they're just a regular like brand. You know, it's like on Broadway, it's a huge strip, and a lot of the stores there are none of the like maybe I can't think of but maybe like five of the stores there in the Broadway strip in Soho are like unique
Mm.
stores. For the most part, it's like Top Shop. You have like
Yeah.
Forever 21, H&M. You know what I mean? You're just not gonna find that here,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Mm.
This guy right here. I've seen his stuff like for the longest guy. I don't know for the longest time. I don't know where this guy's from. I don't think he's from here.
Wait, who's
He's
that?
from London.
He's from
Is
where?
that Val Christopher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Manchester. We
Oh,
have
is it?
mutual friends. Yeah.
Well, there you go. You see what I mean? Like, you're just not gonna find. There's some people out here doing stuff like this, but like, eh, regardless of how you feel about what he's doing, you can at least say it's unique. You know, you don't really. I don't really see this look much at other places. Actually, there's one guy here who does really cool pants. I don't know. I've never met this dude. We have mutual friends, but I've never met him. I think his name is this guy. I think. No, not this guy. I can't remember, but this is this guy who makes this really cool pants, and I can't think. But does his name start with a K? Damn. I should have thought about this, but there's like one guy I think of that goes to the fashion school in New York City that makes these really cool pants, and like for other than that, there's actually this guy that Yolo knows really well. Not gonna name names, but he keeps getting kicked out of high fashion talk. That guy.
There's lots of people like that.
The guy from here who gets kicked out of high fashion talk a lot. and you were saying that
Uh,
he's.
I mean, he was like left back in once and then he was kicked out.
Right, that guy. He makes like T-shirts. You know what I mean? It's just like regular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just regular, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I
but
wish.
people go crazy for his stuff, though, right?
I hate to be mean, but but I no, I think it's more of just like, to be honest, I could be wrong, but I think it's just more of like his friends. You know what I mean? And by extension, my friends, because we know some of the same, for the majority of the same people. But I don't know if he's selling it a lot online, like just regularly, because he does it all through DM.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
guess like I don't know. I feel like if like you wouldn't get the support like that of your friends in London. I don't
Yeah,
think.
you wouldn't.
I think
Like
it's.
I feel like that's like a very unique like New York kind of thing.
I beg to differ. I think it's the other way around. I think guys in Europe support each other more than over here.
I think that the Danish kids and like all of those
Yeah.
really like
Yeah, facts.
they're like inbred as fuck, but
Oh. Excuse me, they're inbred.
in like the metaphorical
Yeah.
sense,
No.
not
Yeah.
actually. But like yeah, they like cross like promote each other all the
All the
time.
time.
Um,
A few of my good friends in the fashion world, quote unquote, are Danish, and they all hook each other up. They have
yeah,
like, you know what I mean. They even have a group chat where they're like, "Oh, here's my stuff," like whatever, and they all just hook each other up.
yeah,
My friend who owns this brand, he sends his stuff to like all his friends, and they post it up and promote it. You know what I mean? It's just like regular for him. Over
yeah.
here,
But it's like it's kind of jarring because they just help them because they're their friends, not 'cause they like the clothes. So I kind of like appreciate um, the London thing of like it being a bit more. I don't know.
cause like, dude, over here it's like people are more inclined to say that they fuck with you in person. I feel like,
Mm,
you could say that that's the hallmark for like everywhere else. Like that's like the standard where people are gonna fuck with you in person and then they're not gonna support you. But I feel like it's more true here than like anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
there's a certain aura about people here that they're not really going to fucking help you in any capacity. And
yeah,
I could say that because I've lived here and I know a lot of the influences around here. A lot of people I feel like aren't helping each other out. People with brands aren't sending each other stuff. Everyone
mm,
is out to like get their own money instead of helping each other, which is not true not true for everyone. I have my group of friends over here that we all help each other out and whatnot. But I feel like for the most part, you're not gonna find what they have like over there in Denmark, or even what I think they have over there in London. You know what I mean? And I think that has to do with part of the reason for that. I think people over there appreciate fashion more, like actual fashion, not hype beast, not Supreme and you know what I mean. I think people over there have
mm,
a better appreciation of fashion because of the reason I said before, where there are just more regular brands about. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
If you if I explain to somebody what I do over here, they're gonna think it's cool and they're never gonna think twice about it. I've had to explain what I do to somebody on 3 different occasions, and it wasn't even because I kept trying to tell them. You know what I mean? I wasn't like actively seeking to tell them, but they would just ask me like every single time I saw them. And this guy's pretty big too. He's When you think of influencers in New York, I think he's got to be one of the top, maybe like top 3 or whatever. I've told him on 3 different occasions what I do, and you know what? It might be 4. I might have to tell him again at one point.
Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
So that's
Yeah, I think it's like the difference in culture between
right.
London and America. I think Americans, you guys get your inspiration from like sports like basketball and stuff like that and hip hop.
Right.
Whereas we don't really have that, which is why our stuff is kind of more refined because we're actually just looking at more
You,
just
you
fashion
guys are,
specific.
and you guys are looking at each other more than anything.
Well, yeah,
You
there's
guys,
that
Yeah,
as
and
well.
you know what I mean? You
there's a
guys
lot
are
of
looking
like
at all of
looking
each
at
other.
other brands as well, which is a bit shit because they end up doing like copies of brands and shit.
Right. And
Um,
go
but
on.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's like, yeah, it. I don't know how good like getting inspiration from other clothes is, or like other fashion clothes. Like,
Well, what
is
about
that?
just from other people in general? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because I feel like I don't, again, I don't know if this is accurate, but I feel like a lot of fashion communities are based over there too. Well, just high fashion talk, just for example,
mm.
and that other one we won't mention starts with an F. Isn't that based in he was based in London? No,
No, he was in
Nah,
no.
Manchester.
Manchester.
Okay, England, nigga, come on, cut me some slack here.
Jeez.
Okay, but
But
yeah,
yeah, like,
in England, I don't think there's any any big fashion communities that are based out here.
your like social media climate is kind of different though. Like people use like Twitter in New York, right?
Yeah.
Not for fashion.
No,
No, not for
I swear
fashion.
like Americans use like Twitter way more though.
People use Twitter for like people use Twitter for nudes a lot. I'm serious. I can't go through Twitter in public because I know if I scroll through Twitter, there's gonna be porn, and I cannot have that. If I scroll through
Jesus.
Twitter, there's gonna be either porn or niggas making jokes.
Or
There's
they cancel people.
or they cancel people. Yeah, there's not a lot of clothes there. The only people who like post clothes are like Bloody Osiris that I can think of off top.
Mm.
Like he
You
posts.
guys have some really good influencers though. Well, quote unquote, like Luca Sabat. Like just style wise, you might not like him, but I mean,
No,
he's better than the average. I
right.
wear Balenciaga Triple S
No,
and
you're
Mm.
Gucci
right.
sweatpants.
We have people influencers that are like we have really good influencers that are have a huge following. I feel like you guys are more concentrated in your own communities.
Yeah,
Mm.
So if you go to High Fashion Talk, for example, you're gonna see a lot of people from England that are doing cool stuff just like you, and
Mm.
you can talk to those people. You know what I mean? You can talk and communicate. Hey, do you want to link up this Friday? What am I gonna
yeah,
do? I go to Bloody Osiris and hey, you want to link up this Friday? Nigga, this nigga not gonna respond to me. You know what I mean? There's a disconnect.
Yeah.
And then you also have the people who are I feel like this is out here more than anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to do cultural espionage here, but people over here that are doing their own thing, I feel like they're a lot less reluctant to help you out or talk to you or just be cool with you. People who
Mm.
are just a little bit more famous than you are not going to want to fuck with you. There's like a lot of clout chasers, so to speak, quote unquote. I hate using that term, but quote unquote over here. Well, like I said, the parallel is over there. When you have something cool going on, you can talk to these people and be like, "Hey, do you want to link up? Maybe we can work on something together." Da da da.
yeah. That is true. Actually, I do think that's true.
That's so true.
Uh, yeah, that is quite true. Actually,
There's a lot of people over here that, unless you know people, are not going to fuck with you or think you're cool in any capacity. You know what I mean? There's a
Mm.
video of there's a video of Bloody O and Bloody Dior making. It's just a joke, but there's a video of them making fun of this kid. I shouldn't say kid. He's probably like my age. They're making fun of this dude because he looked like he didn't have anything in his bag with this pop up, and I'm like, dude, it looked like he didn't have anything. It turned out he had a T-shirt. Like, dude, if this nigga did this to me, I'd be fucking pissed.
Mm.
Like, he did it on video and everything. I think it went up on YouTube somewhere. I can't remember, but like, he was like, "Oh, you don't have anything in the bag," and they were laughing at him and shit. Which is, I'm sorry, it was a funny video, but it's like, dude, fuck this guy. He's making fun of me. This nigga has all the money. He's compared to like seemingly, he has all the money in the world. I'm struggling. He don't make fun of me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a bit of a dick move.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna lie.
It's a dick move. Although the video might be funny, it's a dick move. Alright,
Yeah.
guys. I think I went over everything I wanted to talk about today. We went really in depth on that whole America versus east side of the world argument. But I think I've had my fill. I think I talked about everything I want to talk about. Unless you guys have some lasting remarks.
Not really.
Not really. Okay. What do you guys have to promote? Go on. Just promote whatever you have going on.
Yeah. Follow High Fashion Talk on Facebook.
Go to facebook.com/highfashiontalk. Go to youtube.com/channel/Fashion Archive. Then go to Instagram and follow YOLO before he dies of old age. And then follow Fashion Roadman. With that being said, thank you for tuning in and goodbye.